Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this video, we are going to understand static versus dynamic metadata in Next.js. So let's understand how to do that. Suppose we have here about route, and in about route, if I click here, you will see that we have a layout, also we have a page, and in layout we have a about layout, and you see that in layout page of about I have already used this static metadata. Here I am changing the title of that and I am writing title as a about page, but in the root layout under app directory already we have this title, that is Dr. Vipin classes. So this title is in app directory layout and this title is in about directory. Remember that, about directory layout. So both are separate. This is root level of layout and this is route level of layout. So you can understand that if I am using this static metadata tag in sub layout under the route, then it can modify the metadata that is generating from the app directory layout. That means subdirectory layout override the information of metadata that is available in root level of layout. Remember that. Similarly, suppose that in this layout I am using this title about page. If I want to use the same kind of tag in page.tsx like this, here if I want to use the same tag and here I say this is page.tsx about page. Remember that if I want to do that, and I need to import metadata also from the next like this. Remember that. So here I am typing here page.tsx and you will surprise that now title is page.tsx. You see, if I refresh it, the title is page.tsx about page. Remember that. Now this page level of metadata is able to modify the data available in layout level. Remember that. So if you are setting a title or metadata inside a page file, it will replace the layout file setting. If you are writing a data in sub layout, it will replace the data in outer layout. Remember that. Means under the about folder, about route, we have a layout file. So this layout file metadata information will be override on app directory root level of layout file. In this file having by default title is Dr. Vipin classes, that is override by this layout setting that is available under about route, and this setting is override by page.tsx file that is available under about. That means the page.tsx file is able to override the setting of metadata in layout file, and layout file of any subroute is able to modify the data in root level of metadata that is available in layout file under app directory. Remember that. So in about, no need to use this because already we are using this metadata setting in page level. Remember that. So if we are using on page level, then no need to put in a layout because page level would override this setting. So you have to choose yourself that you want to insert the metadata information in layout file or page file. That is up to you. So better to use in layout, but if you want to use for individual page different title, then you have to use for page.tsx also. But if you have number of pages in a single route and you want to set single title for all the pages, then you have to set that particular metadata information is layout file. It depends on you now what you want. But remember that this is a static type of metadata in which we are changing the title of this. So I can now change this to about page because no need to put that page.tsx. Now we don't have setting in layout file. Now this is all about static metadata. Now we are going to understand dynamic metadata. You see that right now we are using this layout file. This is the app label of layout file in which we have a default setting of metadata. Now we go to service. Under the service route, if I click on service, you see we have a service dynamic routes, and under this if I say S1, so we have a S1. if I say under this S2, then we have a S2. That means on different layout is changing dynamically, and on the basis of this layout I want to change the title. You see, by default title is Dr. Vipin classes, that is available in root label of layout file. Here in root label under app, this layout file is able to generate the title. But I want to generate my own title whenever the route of this service change. On the basis of this route, I want to change the title. Suppose if we have a S1, so I want to change service S1 service, S2 service, S3, such kind of title I want to put in my page. So how I can do dynamically, because statically is not possible. So we have to generate now this title dynamically. For generating the title dynamically, we have to export a function called generate metadata like this, and this is arrow function, remember, and like this we can use this function, and this function return metadata. So we have to put here metadata like this. This function is going to return this, and this function have same parameter as we have parameter in page. So I just copy this from here and I put it here. So same parameter this have, and metadata information we need to import from metadata like this. So metadata is available here. Now I need to generate a title dynamically. For that I say return, and here we need to generate a title, and this title would be on the basis of parameter. So I say params dot s type. If this s type is available, then I need to generate a title like this. So I say service, and under this I say dollar, and here I say params dot s type. So this s type I want to generate here, remember. So I say params, like params dot s type. But if this s type is not available, means dynamically routes are not available, then I say simple service page. Remember that. So I want to generate this dynamically. If I have a dynamic routes, then I will, and here I can say comma also. So if dynamic routes are available, then I will put under the service like comma, and dynamic routes I will display as a title. Otherwise I will display service page only. So this is the way to generate dynamic routes. You can make other logic also. Here I am just putting logic on the basis of parameter I am passing. So if I go there, and you will see that if I run only service, so you see that service page is coming. But if I say under this, I say service 1 like this, and you will see that under this we have a service and colon service 1. If I say under this service 2, you see that we have same service 1 comma service 2. So like this I am able to change my title dynamically. So this process of generating your metadata dynamically is called dynamic metadata, and which we have used here earlier on about.page statically, like using metadata constant variable. This is called static metadata. Remember that you can generate description also here. I am not using description, but you can do description also like this. It depend on you what you want to change. I am just explaining here to change the title of this page dynamically on the basis of dynamic routes you are providing to the application. We have understand generating static metadata by using metadata constant, and we are also able to generate dynamic metadata information with the help of generate metadata function. I think now you have a clear knowledge of generating metadata dynamically or statically in your Next.js application. If you like this video, you understand something from this video, please consider to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.